The diary that found its way back. The day Lena lost her diary, the world felt suddenly louder, every sound, footsteps, voices, even the wind pressed against her chest, as if something essential had been torn away. That diary was not a simple notebook. It carried years of unspoken thoughts, fragile dreams, and fears she had never dared to say aloud. Between its worn pages lived the truest version of herself, the one she only allowed ink to know. She searched everywhere, her room, her bag, the cafe where she had last written, the park bench, beneath the old fig tree. Each place returned her empty hands and a growing sense of panic. What frightened her most was not that someone might read it, but that her memories, her voice, might be lost forever. Days passed, and without her diary, Lena felt unfinished. Her thoughts crowded her mind, with no escape. A tea night, she reached for the familiar comfort of writing, only to meet silence. She realized then how deeply she depended on those pages to breathe. Just as she began to accept the loss, hope arrived quietly. One afternoon, the librarian called her name. On the desk lay her diary, slightly worn, its corners bent, but unmistakably hers. Someone had found it tucked behind a shelf and returned it, without opening a single page. When Lena held it again, her hands trembled, relief washed over her, followed by gratitude so deep it brought tears to her eyes. She opened it slowly, as if greeting an old friend after a long separation. Everything was still there, her fears, her courage, her becoming. That night, she wrote more carefully than ever before. She understood now that the diary was not just a place to store words, but a reminder of how much her voice mattered. Losing it had taught her its true value. Finding it again taught her something even greater. As long as she could write, she would never truly lose herself. That evening, Lena sat by her window long after the sun had disappeared. The diary rested on her lap, heavier than before, not with pages but with meaning. She realized that losing it had changed the way she saw herself. As she reread old entries, she noticed something she had never seen before: growth hidden between fear-filled lines, courage disguised as doubt, strength written in trembling handwriting. The girl who had written those words was fragile but brave. Lena picked up her pen again. This time, she did not write out of fear of forgetting. She wrote out of gratitude. She wrote about loss and return, about silence and voice, about how sometimes what we lose teaches us its value more clearly than what we keep. From that day on, Lena treated her diary differently. She no longer saw it as a place to hide her emotions, but as a place to understand them. It was no longer just a record of her life, it became a companion in her becoming. And whenever she closed it, she smiled softly, knowing one simple truth: some things are meant to find their way back to us, especially the parts of ourselves we once feared losing. Diary quotes: a diary is the one place where the heart speaks without fear of being misunderstood. When words cannot be spoken, the diary listens. A diary does not judge, it simply remembers. Between its pages lives the version of me the world never sees. My diary holds the truths I am still learning to accept. Ink becomes courage when poured onto a diary page. A diary is a quiet companion in the loudest moments of life. I write not to record my days, but to understand them. Every page turned is a step toward knowing myself. The diary keeps what time tries to erase. My diary knows me best. Some secrets are safer on paper. I trust my diary with my silence. A diary is honesty with no audience. Written thoughts never disappear. My diary is my friend. Every night, when the world becomes quiet, I open my diary. It does not speak, but it listens. When I am happy, my diary smiles with my words. When I am sad, it keeps my secrets safe. I can tell it things I cannot tell anyone else. My diary never judges me. It never laughs at my fears. It stays with me when I feel alone. Page by page, it knows my dreams, my tears, and my hopes. That is why my diary is not just a book. My diary is my true friend. I can't live without my diary. I cannot live without my diary, because it is the only place where my soul speaks freely. When the world feels heavy and words fail me, my diary understands without asking questions. It holds my thoughts when my mind is tired, my fears when I am too strong in front of others, and my dreams when they are still fragile and unspoken. People see my smile, but my diary knows the truth behind it. It knows the nights I cried quietly, the moments I doubted myself, and the strength I found when no one was watching. My diary has witnessed my growth, from confusion to clarity, from fear to courage, from silence to self-understanding. I do not write to escape life, I write to survive it. Each page is a mirror, each sentence a step toward healing. That is why I say, without exaggeration, I can't live without my diary, because it is not just where I write my life. It is where I find myself. Thanks for watching.